So here's the thing which makes the quiz difficult. All the types of factoring that we have done are all mixed up together. Here's my suggestion. I would find the grouping ones first. They're the easiest to identify because how many terms are there for grouping? 4. Do you see one on here that has 4 items added or subtracted? 4 terms. Good, perfect. 3 and 4. Let's start with those ones. All right. Put parentheses around the first 2, parentheses around the second 2. Again, grouping is the easiest to identify because it has 4 terms. All right. I'm going to cover this up. What do they share in common? They both have X. Good. What else can you divide out? Good. Put 5X and then your parentheses. We just started this. We're on number 3. The reason we started with number 3 is because I said identify the grouping ones, which are 3 and 4. All right, now when you divide out 5X, what are you left with? 1X. Good. The second half of the problem is going to have a 1X plus 6. Good. Okay, so let me cover this up. What can you divide out of these 2? 2 and X. 2, specifically a positive 2. And then you'll be left with X plus 6. It's gonna turn out the same. It has to, or it won't work. So then for your final answer, you draw the 2 sets of parentheses. What goes in the first one? X plus 6. And then the other one. And if you want to write them the other way around, that's fine too. That's up to you. It doesn't matter what order you put them in. All right, let's try the other grouping one. Number 4. Draw your parentheses. I'm recording this, so try to hold it together, right? What can you divide out of both of those? What have they both got? X. Good. Stick with me. This is not that many problems. And these problems are short. They aren't like a million steps or anything. All right, if you divide out X, you're left with 4X good plus Y. The other half will have a 4X plus Y. It has to, right? Now, what can you divide out of both of these? Now, specifically a good job, nice job, all right? And then you'd be left with 4X plus Y. At that point, you don't even have to think about it. Like, it's going to be the same. It has to. And so you draw your 2 parentheses, and the 4X plus Y goes in the first one. What goes in the second one? X minus 6. And that's why it's so important to put whether that's a plus or a minus. All right, so go ahead and flip over and see if there's another grouping one. I kind of think there wasn't. I think those were the only 2, but is there another one that has 4 terms? No, okay. These all look like our trinomials. Let's do the easy ones first. The easier ones don't have a number out front. Do you see that? Number 5 and number 7. So we can just go ahead and do our X box for those. 10 would go on the top, 7 goes on the bottom. So you can do the problems in whatever order you want. So that's kind of what I would, it would be 5 and 2. And then you can just write the answer. Again, that was an easier one. There's not a number out front. So what goes in your parentheses?
Looks like it's William times 7.
Well, it would be X plus 5. And then X plus 2. All right. So which is the other one that we said was like an easier one? Number 7. Do you see how there's not a number out front? All right, so do that one next. Negative 40 goes on the top, negative 3 goes on the bottom.
8.
Good. 8 and 5. And you're really quick with that, but can I slow it down for 1 second? Hey guys, do you remember how to do this in case you need to? 40 divided by X. Hold on, I'm not there. Do you guys remember how to do this to help you find the numbers if you need to? All right, because Desmos will be a good help for that. So yes, which one is going to be negative? The 8 is going to be negative. Negative 8 plus 5 gives you negative 3.
I always get that wrong.
I would only take off half a point if the negative sign was wrong, but can you let me explain it to you? Can you look up here? Negative 8 plus 5 gives you negative 3. That's how we're getting that.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So in your parentheses, you're going to have X minus 8 and X plus 5. Now these other ones have a number out front. So there's like a little bit more to that. That's the ones that I taught you today. So let's go over here to number 6. Draw your X on top. Now you probably don't know this off the top of your head, but which two numbers are we gonna multiply? I'll bring up Desmond.
3 and 4.
Yeah, we're gonna do 3 times, is one of them negative though? Yeah. 3 times negative 14, and I got negative 42. I just put it in the calculator. So negative 42, and then on the bottom, oh, what is that in the middle there? It's negative 1. Good. Do you know some numbers that multiply to be 42? If not, I can make the table. Good. 7 and 6. Again, you could make a table if you needed to. Now think about which
Negative
ones.
7.
Good. Negative 7 plus 6 is negative 1. Nice job. Good job, guys.
Wait, is that always just the one on the left side?
No, because you could write them the other way around. Doesn't make a difference. All right, so you're gonna take these and put them over 3. So you have negative 7 over 3 and you have 6 over 3. You're gonna have to write kind of small because I'm put this on a little half sheet. Negative 7 over 3 doesn't reduce, so just leave that one. How would you reduce 6 over 3?
One inch be one or no?
Well, there will be a 1 on there.
Be two worse.
Yeah, good.
2 more.
2 over 1 is how I would say it. All right, and then draw your 2 sets of parentheses. You just have to start with the denominator. So what is this one gonna give you?
3x minus 7.
Good, 3x minus 7. And then this one is 1x plus 2. Good. Gosh, you guys are listening to me and getting it. This is perfect. Class is going well today. Can you sit down? So look at this one. Draw your x. What 2 numbers are you going to multiply to get what goes on the top? Yeah, 10 times 4, 40, 13 on the bottom. What's kind of nice about this one is everything's positive. So good, it'll be 8 times 5. I know, you're like on top of your times tables there. The rest of you understand you could type 40 divided by X and make a table? Use the calculator to help you. All right, you're gonna put, can you stop? You're gonna put these over what number?
4.
4. Good, so you're gonna have 8 over 4 and 5 over 4. And then reduce them, and then you just write your answer. So 8 over 4 reduces 2 and 1. Good, perfect. And then 5 over 4 is just 5 over 4.
I thought.
All right, and then draw your parentheses for your answer. What is your answer gonna be?
X plus 2.
Yeah, and then 4x plus 5. Perfect. We just got a couple more. And then I think I skipped a few on the front. All right, do you see how these numbers are kind of large? So you can take out a greatest common factor. What can you divide out of 36, 15, and 6?
I don't know.
Well, here, let's go to the calculator. How do I type it in?
3.
That's right, but how do I type it in? Because you might need to use this.
GCF.
GCF, good, and then it's 36, comma 15, comma 6. But it is 3. Do you see that? All right, you guys need to focus for, what do we have? 3 more problems here, all right? So you're gonna put 3, start a parentheses. Sorry, there's not very much room for this one. I apologize. I was trying to get it onto a half sheet. Oh, hold on a second. 36 divided by 3 is 12x squared minus, can you focus for me?
Wait, that's 12?
36 divided by 3 is 12. I think you were just ahead. All right, 15 divided by 3. All right, so 5x and then minus 2. So here's what I would do. I'd normally leave a little space. I don't really have very much space here, but put the 3 and put the parentheses because then you won't forget about it. And then what I usually do is like cover up the 3 with my finger. So I'm kind of pointing at the 12. So I don't know, it just helps me remember what I'm doing. If you don't want to do that, fine, but I just don't want you to get lost in the problem here. All right, so off to the side. What 2 numbers do you multiply to figure out what goes on the top? 12 and negative 2, that would be negative 24. Negative 5 goes on the bottom. Oh my gosh, you're like on, how are you doing that? You're like doing it as fast as I would do. It is 8 and 3. What is gonna be the negative one?
Negative 8.
Good, perfect. So you're getting the hang of it. Do you see how the more you do, the better it gets because you're practicing? That's how that works, all right? Now you're gonna put both of these numbers over Well, do you see how I said cover up the 3 with your finger and just leave your finger there? Like, then you'll be pointing at the number you want. So it's -8/12 and 3/12. And then you reduce this. Again, if you have trouble reducing them, put it in Desmos and click the little fraction button. It'll turn it back into a fraction for you.
-2, 6.
Close?
-2, 3.
Good. Yay. And then how about this one?
That's only 1/4.
It's 1/4. Did you say 1/4?
You said 4?
I know, it was cute and funny, so I liked it. All right, and then start with the denominator. So what's gonna go in for your answer? X -2, 4x + 1. All right, go ahead and flip over. We'll do the last ones. Now, those don't follow any sort of pattern. 4 terms means grouping. This pattern, your x² x and a number is your trinomial. If they don't follow any type of pattern, it's just what do they have in common? What can you divide out of both of these?
4. 7.
7, you're like doing it in your head for what's left. When you divide out 7, what's left? X -4. I can't with you. All right. For this one, if you don't know what divides into all of those, look, I'm going to share my screen and show you. You can put GCF and then the numbers. What is it? 12, 16, and 20? 4. Yeah, but you can always type it in. Even if you think you know the answer, type it in because then it'll help you. Now, I think something else besides 4. Hey, khakis, what else goes out of all of these? What do they share in common?
6.
No, we took out 4. What else do they all have? No, I'm looking. X. There we go. No, we already did the number part. Now you're going to divide them all by 4x. So 12 divided by 4, 3. Good. And x. Perfect. Can you focus for just one more question? Minus 4x². Good. Plus 5. Why is it just 5 and nothing else? Yeah, we took out the x, so that's it. That's your answer.